So everybody has opinions, and whether or not you agree with them or not, I think we can all say that some are very interesting indeed. And I thought, you know what, while I'm currently rewatching the entire show just to make 2 videos on, I thought, you know what, just to fill in that gap, let's react to some of the most quote-unquote unpopular total drama opinions. Now, I am on the r/total drama subreddit right now, and just see, you know, what some of the ideas people have come up with, and I'm going to absolutely shit on all of them. Let's get right into this.
Hey everyone, check this out. I have something very important to say.
So this guy here's got about 6 opinions, so I'll read them out pretty quickly. First one is, Leonard was a super hilarious character to watch. He had his moments, but just, he was clearly made to be a goof character. I didn't mind Sam being in All Stars that much. Me neither, but Brick definitely deserved the spot over him. Or, like I mentioned in my previous video about why or how you should have fixed All Stars, which, by the way, you should totally check out because it's pretty informative. I thought, you know what, they should have a bigger cast to begin with, and obviously that would have included Sam. But since it did have the 14 characters, I would have definitely preferred Brick over Sam. The tennis rivals and the vegans should have gotten further in the race. Sort of agree. I think the tennis rivals were definitely funny, but they're definitely, again, made to be early canon fodder. The vegans, I 100% think they should have gone further in the race. They were definitely coming into their own element as the episodes went on. Unfortunately, they were eliminated. I want to early. I mean, I definitely would have preferred them to go make it further than some of the people actually did. So yeah, I agree with that one. 95% of the Gen 3 cast were wasted potentials and opportunities. I agree with this one. I mean, I think I mentioned this in All Stars, but I think they just genuinely fucking lost the plot for Pocketer Island, and yeah, literally, other than Sean, Jasmine, and maybe Sky, the Gen 3 cast was just fucking terrible. They really were. Wasted, definitely. I don't. To be fair though, do any of them really have any potential though? Max, maybe. Ella, maybe. Sammy, I suppose you could argue as well, but other than them 3, really, the others were just a piece of shit. Justin was an entertaining character in action, but I could barely consider him a villain. I agree somewhat, but I think in the first half of that season, he probably was the closest thing to the villain. Obviously, until Courtney comes in later on, there wasn't really anybody else you would consider the villain. And yeah, Justin definitely came into his own in action. I think I mentioned this before on other videos. Yeah, definitely a lot better. Finally, even though I liked Mike, I thought his other personalities were a bit more interesting than him. I think that's pretty popular opinion. I would imagine. I mean, I would imagine that's probably what the writers were going with, because yes, they were all more entertaining than standard vanilla Mike. You know, you had an old guy who was pretty backwards, pretty funny. You had this Brooklyn guy who was definitely all about the ladies and definitely was a lot more forward than Mike was. Also had Svetlana, you know, the massive gymnast, and Manitoba as well, who was just this crazy Australian dude. Yeah, all of Mike's personalities are more interesting than him. I think that's kind of the whole point in that, to be fair. While I like him a lot, Noah and Dawn are heavily overrated. If Noah is a symbol for people to relate to, then they probably wouldn't want to be around themselves that much, just sharing thoughts. Agreed. Funny enough, one of the videos I'm actually currently working on is some underrated total drama characters, and spoiler alert, neither Noah or Dawn are in this list, which is stupid because I know loads of people consider Dawn to be underrated, but she is not underrated at all. Yes, she didn't have much screen time, but she's very well liked amongst the total drama community. Same with Noah. I think before the Redunculous Race, you could argue Noah probably was underrated, but after that series came out, yeah, there's no way he's underrated, and probably, yeah, I probably would consider him to be a little bit overrated. Cody wasn't regressed in World Tour because he still had feelings for Gwen. He literally called her his dream girl. The only reason he stopped hitting on her was because she was with Trent, and he respected that. It says nowhere in the show that he ever got over between Ireland and World Tour. Yeah, again, literally, even in the total drama action aftermath about the whole Trent and Gwen drama, Cody literally still mentioned the fact that he found Gwen hot and whatnot. And then literally straight away in World Tour, he was trying to get with her straight away. You know what I mean? Like, it was, yeah, that's a weird one, to be fair. LaShawna's dancing is great. Yeah, in the fucking circus, maybe. My god. I hate Trent. Yeah, I get it. A lot of people don't like Trent, and to be fair, after action, I can kind of see why. But to me, at the same time, I think Trent probably is the definition of an underrated character. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I do feel sorry for Trent, because his character was fucking ruined for literally no reason at all. It was a shame to see. But people got another multiple one here. Gwen should have been the official winner of Ireland. Disagree, I much prefer Owen, but I mean, again, that's my personal opinion. Although I do see why, because obviously I think Gwen was written kind of as the main character, obviously, other than Heather. So yeah, I can see why you think that, but overall, I think Owen was the right choice. I like Dave as a deconstruction of the typical love interest for our main girl, Trent and Mike being in the characters I'm talking about. No, that was just poor writing. Dave's just he fucking sucks. I like that Beth got to the finale of action. Her growth throughout the season was cute. Again, disagree completely. Beth was fucking terrible in action. I can't get over the fact it should have been Lindsay or at the very least Harold. One of them two. I still don't get why Beth got to the finale. Like, I know people thought that because Lindsay's voice actor had to leave, which is why she got eliminated. I don't think that was actually ever proven to be correct or not, so I'm not going to say it was. But yeah, it's just a weird choice. I mean, yeah, she definitely took more of like a main role in action, but just who actually likes Beth as a character? Genuinely. I like the surfers, but they should not have been the finalists of a Redonkulous race, because they missed several legs of the race. I prefer for finalists to be around for the entire competition, not having missed episodes. Agree, somewhat, but to be fair, it was probably the only realistic way that they were going to get rid of the best friends, I think. Other than that, I think they were almost nailed on to be in the finale, and to be fair, I don't really like them that much. I don't think many people do. I do see a point. I definitely didn't like the fact that Owen and Courtney, again, I told you I'm action, come back to action a lot. I didn't like the fact that them two were in the final four. Considering the fact that, well, Owen has been back for like a few episodes and Courtney came back halfway through. I don't like that. I'm glad that they gave him again Duncan making the final five of World 2 and he skipped the first half of it, just stuff like that. Yeah, I kind of agree. Owen should not have been a finalist in Ireland. I don't hate him and I appreciate the running gag of him dismissing him as a possible winner, but he actively ruined challenges for his team and himself, eating the roast beef, constantly sticking out the players, throwing out the guys' lantern without any real prompting, throwing Izzy in front of what he thought was a still killer, and being the main reason that Duncan was eliminated. He had his golden moments, we definitely should have been voted at some point. That, my friend, is called plot armor. The exact same reason why Heather made it as far as she did is because, literally, I think without Owen and Heather, Ireland would have been boring as fuck. Let's be honest. Like, don't get me wrong, Gwen was fine. Duncan, I think, yeah, probably was robbed of the final 3 spot, but at the same time, yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying, by the way. It's just plot armor. That's actually the reason why Owen and also Heather made it as far as it did in Ireland. All sorts is worse than Pocketale and Drama Rama. Pocketale gives a fresh cast at the self possibility and has some nice moments, and Drama Rama can sometimes be entertaining and only this helps a lifespan total drama. All Stars was not only contrived and such, but it could have killed total drama in its tracks. Again, this one's up to opinions. I see lots of people who prefer Pocketale All Stars and vice versa. I think everyone agrees that those the 2 worst seasons, or worst seasons because they're technically both season 5. Yeah, again, it's just up to personal preference on that one. I much prefer All Stars because I can rewatch All Stars, whereas I can't rewatch Pocketale. If that makes any sense, I literally am on the rewatch the show now. I've just started action, which is why I'm talking about it so much. Yeah, I can't rewatch Pocketale. It's just a chore, but I can't rewatch All Stars, which I find really weird. So yeah, again, it's one of those. Oh god, another big one here. Heather is not the best written character. Y'all were too focused on World 2 that you forget her island incarnation. Agree, but I think she definitely had one of the best developments as a character, both hers itself and natural writing. Like I literally just mentioned before, Heather had plot armor in Ireland, which is why she made it as far as it did. But again, she was a main source of entertainment. But in action, she kind of took a little bit of a back seat. Wasn't really that heavily involved. And World 2 was where she definitely had a little redemption, but it wasn't completely annoying. You actually were rooting for her to win. So yeah, I get your point, but I think she was definitely written pretty well in the end. Speaking of World Tour, it's not as great as everyone says. Once again, everyone's so focused on Heather's arc, Al as a villain, and songs that they figure out what they did to Zeke, DJ, Lashana, Gwen, and especially Duncan. Blaney's introduction was also introduced as a least favourite character of mine. Yeah, I agree with some elements. I think World Tour, in my opinion, is the best season, just because it's just a lot happens in it. It's definitely very dramatic, if that makes any sense. And also the one where they actually go multiple places at once, it actually makes it kind of entertaining. I definitely agree with those character derailments. Ezekiel, it was really strange. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what they're fucking thinking with that, to be honest with you. They could have easily brought him back in another season, have a proper redemption, so it was making him this fucking freak. DJ was then definitely one of the biggest character derailments that isn't really spoken about enough. in my opinion. But yeah, he's definitely up there as well. The Shauna as well, just she definitely could have done with an All-Stars type season, just to really get a character back up and going, just completely kill the character. Gwen did have that little redemption in the All-Stars in a little bit. Duncan, I mean, to be fair, I don't think Duncan really changed that much, to be fair. He just kind of just changes focus onto a different girl. That's actually all that happened. And yeah, Blaney definitely one of the worst characters. That was just a pretty dull idea. I prefer Cameron's ending to Lightnings. It was just way more satisfying to watch them come out on top of the narcissistic jock. I think that's, again, a pretty popular opinion. Also, it's not bad. Sure, what it did to characters like Duncan, Sierra, and Courtney isn't great and miles away as a concept, but I can't deny all the good stuff it did. Lightning and Scott's comedy, Al's run, and Zoe being the same old lovable girls, all great. Agree for the most part, apart from that last line. Yes, Zoe was nice and livable, but she was also fucking stupid. Like, literally everybody in all sorts of them IQ of fucking -2. To be fair, you have a great point there over that last little bit about Zoe being all livable. She was fucking stupid. For sure he was. Sammy, or Sammy, whoever you want to call it, is a nothing character. Her arc is incomplete, only leaves room for potential, which she most likely won't get. And she has no much personality outside of being insecure, something done much better by characters like Mike. Yeah, agreed. It's just, she could have been a lot better. I think it would have been a lot more interesting if she was on her own and they didn't have Amy actually in the show, but she was mentioned quite a lot. I think that probably would have been a little bit more interesting, I suppose. Ella is not good. Her story is very short-lived and worthless. It doesn't result in any change. She's completely oblivious to the fact that Dave isn't interested in her until he flat out tells her to her face. And most of all, she's so freaking annoying. Every time she opens her damn mouth and produces that high-pitched voice, I just want to turn my scream off. Yeah, I think, again, Ella is definitely one of those characters in Pocket Tail where she's definitely a more my character, you either like her or you don't. I can definitely see the potential in her character. But yeah, like I said before about her being into Dave, with Dave clearly not into her. Again, the whole Dave Sky storyline was just really, really poorly written. Yeah, it's just a little bit annoying, but then again, it's just her and Sugar's even more annoying. The cadets didn't deserve to win, again, depending on your region. MacArthur is such a calm Houdini, she gets no punishment for her misdeeds and even wins in the end. I'm supposed to be rooting for MacArthur when she let her team fall several miles, actually disrespectful towards other teams, and then doesn't even learn anything at the end. No, not gonna happen. Yeah, MacArthur's definitely, again, a pretty more my character, I suppose. I think more people definitely like it than don't. I mean, to be fair, you could say the same for Alejandro in a sense in World Tour, where, he is the main villain. He's the first villain to actually make it to the final. And obviously, in the end, I suppose him getting fucking melted by lava is a sort of karma, I suppose. But yeah, MacArthur, again, returning to this race, it's definitely got its upsides without a doubt. I mean, again, who else is really going to be in the finale? It was definitely one of those seasons where it was a weird season character-wise for Returning Race. I'm definitely going to make a video about it at some point, but I mean, again, who else would you have had in the final over the cadets? I mean, the only people I can think of maybe is the sisters. Other than that, like, you're not going to have Owen and Noah as a final, are you? That's just going to be fucking boring. And father and son, no, the Goths didn't really. The Goths weren't really main characters. Ryan's definitely fucking not. Like, to be fair, who else was going to be there? So yeah, some definitely interesting opinions, which I'm actually sort of agreeing with these opinions. Maybe everyone's actually just got some really popular opinions. I don't know. Here goes another couple of ones here. As much as I love the show, sometimes it's a really bad problem not just dumping all over a character in eliminating tours. Yes, 100% agree. Mostly happens in Ireland. Obviously, again, first time, obviously Eva being very, aggressive, and so Noah being completely fucking a know-it-all type thing. It happens a lot in Ireland. It gets better towards the middle. I think Action Mode 2 definitely does a better job of covering it up, in my opinion. World 2 again, pretty good. Well, I think Harold, Bridget probably only. I think it's only really the start of World 2 where I can think of that happening. It definitely gets better. Courtney does not deserve to win the season as she currently is. Ireland Courtney did, and she needs to return to level above I'd accept her winning. I agree with that one. Again, Courtney probably the biggest example of character derailment. Yeah, her said Ireland is probably the best, and honestly probably the start of World 2 as well. She was decent, but other than that, she just wasn't very fun character to watch at all. It was foolish to never use Brick again. He's not just the best written Gen 2 character, he may be one of the best written characters in the show, period. Fucking men. Brick is the fucking best character. Other than Duncan and Harold, people like that. But yeah, Brick, Brick Brick was fucking done dirty, you know. I think Brick is the definition of underrated, 100%. MacArthur kind of got annoying at times, like we've just already mentioned. Definitely, I'd agree with that one. Sierra should not have gone anywhere near as far as she did in the both seasons. I think she would... World Tour, I would agree. All Stars, I think she kind of went as sort of at the right time in All Stars, in my opinion. Obviously, the whole thing with her and Cameron was weird, but it kind of came at its right end. I think she did all right. I think her placement All Stars was fair. World Tour, completely agree with that. She did not make to make it as far as she did. Pocatello is an overhated season that has a ton of good qualities. Complete disagree. It's a complete fucking shit show. I didn't mind Sam being in All Stars as a concept. My problem is how they handled him. In a way, I agree that he definitely was used as a bit of as a comic relief punching bag type character, and his elimination was pretty stupid. In the end, I think definitely Brick probably would have been used a lot more better than him. I can't stand whenever Sugar is on screen. That's a pretty popular opinion. And Beth being in finals was perfectly okay with me. Again, probably disagree. So yeah, probably the first person who I actually pretty much just disagree with on pretty much all of these, apart from maybe the Sam one. Actually, sorry, the Sugar one. Phil Ezekiel was amazing. No. TJ Beth was very funny. No. Boxer Ireland and All Stars weren't bad, just flawed, and in PI's case, I argue most of his writing flaws were still entertaining. All Stars I'm sounding like a dying record here. All Stars is watchable, which in my opinion is its only redeeming quality, but again, it's probably down to that who the cast are. Pocket I just don't find it entertaining at all. Dramarama is a good show. I would have preferred a new season, but I still like Dramarama. It keeps the chaotic picked up on the drama about hunting on the age themes. I mean, obviously, again, this was obviously before the reboot was announced. But to be fair, I've actually watched a few episodes of Dramarama at most. I really haven't watched the show. I don't really plan on watching it either, but I'd imagine it's such a bog-standard kids show, I suppose, really. The Fart Fairy is unironically good. The Fart Fairy? What the fuck's the Fart Fairy? The Fart Fairy? What the hell is that? No fucking clue. DJ's Animal Curse card the pre-merge, I guess, in World Tour. I would agree with that one, to be fair. I think it's a weird one in World Tour because the first half of the show was a little bit meh. I think, again, it was a kind of new concept where, they're going around the world doing all these challenges. They had a little bit of a bigger cast in the action, obviously not as big as Ireland, but still kind of big-ish from World Tour. And they also just got rid of the whole every elimination was every 2 episodes or whatever, where they made it a little bit more random. I think they're probably just trying to find their feet a little bit. And again, I'll mention the whole thing about Team Victory being a fucking wasted, just complete wasted thing. Yeah, I would somewhat agree with that one, actually. I think World Tour definitely gets a lot better once Duncan comes back. Yeah, I suppose so. Alejandro isn't a great strategist, and his successes were more on execution of his ideas rather than his actual ideas. Main ring Bridget instead of an actual threat was done, for example. But luckily that makes him a little bit more interesting. Agree and disagree. I think at the start, yes, I think the whole thing with Harold, Bridget, LaShawn, I think Harold was his kind of worked out in the end. I think he kind of swooped in a little bit too late. Bridget and LaShawn are definitely both very... Actually, I think Bridget was probably the one who was up with luck. And I think LaShawn, I think that was probably well done as well. But again, once Duncan comes back and them two work together, I think that's definitely where his old plans come in a little bit better. these are jokes, fangers and the shark. Chris saying nothing wrong. Oh god, and Courtney has brown hair. Fucking hell, really? Jesus Christ, that is controversial. My god. I can't stand Owen at all. Fair enough, but I'm a fan. Harold's a good character. I think he was in his element in action a lot. Duncan should say that at the beginning of World Tour until he was eliminated. I don't know. I've never really thought about that, to be fair, which is weird considering Duncan is probably my favourite character from Gen 1 at least anyway. Yeah, I never really thought about that, to be fair. Probably should have done, but Mark Levins, you definitely made me think about that one a bit. Aside from Cordera, if that counts, Gidget is one of the worst kind of couples. Well, to be fair, it's the only fucking consistent one. I like to build up on Ireland a lot. Action, they definitely were just kicked off early for the Aftermath horse and the World Tour again, same thing. I can see why you think that. Don't get me wrong, I think the whole them making out a lot was definitely boring, but it is what it is. Courtney had a crush on Gwen after the team made up. If anything, I'll probably say it's more... I'd argue it's more the other way around. I think Gwen definitely was more in the Courtney than Courtney was in the Gwen, 100%. Duncan's character portrayal in All Stars was actually not derailment. I do agree with that one. Actually, to be fair, I think it was they were trying to do something new with Duncan that didn't quite work. And then they just had to fucking just have him arrested. Honestly, Mark Evans, fair enough, dude. I actually agree with pretty much all of those. But yeah, wow, that's it. I've been recording for about 20 minutes now. But yeah, honestly, I actually end up agreeing with a lot of those more than what I thought. I think really, the only ones I kind of disagree with were probably more to do with Pocket or Island. They're probably the only ones I really disagree with, I suppose. But yeah, honestly, some pretty interesting opinions actually. And yeah, but I think shout out to Mark Evans as well. I think his were definitely the more eye-opening ones. So yeah, fair enough, dude. Well done, Mark. I know, fucking 3 years ago, back in 2021. But yeah, fair enough, dude. Fair enough. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it from me in this video. Again, sorry for a long time about uploading. I'm just trying to work on a couple of videos at once, but obviously they take a while because I've got fucking 9 seasons of a show to watch before I can do them. So hopefully this thing picks things up a little bit more. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. I'll see you next time.